everybody, it's Christine, and today I have a project for you that is using Scrapbook Adhesives by 3L, and we are teamed up with Lawn Fawn this week, and so I am going to be using one of their really awesome custom craft dies. This one is called the Outside In Stitched Scallop Circle Stackables. Say that twice. I will link you up to it down below so that you can find that name again. Now, what this is it is 4 different circles with scallops inside of it and stitching around it, and it was just a really pretty die, and I knew I wanted to play with it. Now, for me, when I look at these dies, I look at them and go, what can I do with this that's out of the box a little bit? And so today I'm going to show you something totally out of the box that you can do with it. So I've started off by cutting out the die using each of the different shapes and sizes and all in the same color. And then I also cut the biggest one out of a card. Now I'm going to take those different pieces and I am going to build a card that's going to end up looking like a beautiful mum. And so what I'm going to do is just go around those scallops and take my scissors and trim in. Don't trim so far that you cut the petals out. You just want to trim in a little ways because we're going to be layering these, so you're not going to see the underneath part in the center at all. You're just going to see those outer petals. And you can see along those as I'm going that really pretty little stitch detail along the outside of the scallop. So now I'm going to do that with the second one and the third one and the fourth one to create this beautiful layered flower. Now, I have just gobs of ideas for this die circling around in my head right now. This is just one of them. I really think this is going to be a pretty versatile die, despite the fact that it's got some unique detail to it, and it's a scallop. Initially, you might look at it and think, oh, how much can I do with that? But I don't think that's the case. I think there's quite a bit, and definitely stay tuned to my channel here to see more ideas that I create with it, because I have at least 3 things that I'm thinking of already to do in the upcoming weeks. So keep an eye on that. So now I am on the smallest one. As you can see, I just teeny tiny little slits there on the scallops. Now what I'm going to do is just pull all those up. This is the cardstock that I'm using is a nice thick textured cardstock, so I can be a little rougher with it than I would say like just a plain piece of paper or whatever. Definitely want to use something with some strength when you're building up layered and dimensional flowers. Now I'm using my foam adhesive squares and just tucking those in between the layers, and I'm using the regular size ones to start with, but I'll be using the small ones for the top layer just because it's such a small little scallop circle. But you can see how the layers are coming together, and it's starting to look like that beautiful fall flower, the mum. And as you can see, all those little petals really stand out just because I pulled them up, and that little snip with the scissors in between created just a totally different look from the original die. Now I am going to put these onto a card, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to back I cut the big one in the card as you saw in the beginning. I'm going to back it now with a circle of the same color, or not a circle, I'm sorry, a square of the same color. And I'm just going to use my Easy Runner Grand to do that. And that will allow me to attach it so that it doesn't, I don't have trouble opening it. I thought about putting it all the way on the inside of the card and then pulling the cover up, but I felt like that was going to get a little more complicated than I wanted to do. So there you see, I added it on there, and I didn't worry too much about lining up the scallops. I don't think that really matters. And then I'm going to just pop it up again right there in the middle with attaching it to my background there, but just tons of dimensions. So this will be a really pretty card. Obviously it can flatten down quite a bit to go into an envelope or to give away by hand. You know, this is the kind of thing that I thought, man, I could use this on a lot of things, and a card isn't the only thing I think it would be really pretty on. So don't let the the dimensions scare you. You can certainly even just do it without foam adhesive and just use like the Easy Runner Grand or adhesive dots in between to flatten it a little bit more if you're concerned. Now, I am using adhesive dots, the large ones, right smack dab in the middle there, and I'm just adding some glitter to add just a little punch of something special there to the middle of each of the flowers. And I amazingly had some coordinating colors because I ended up making this in like that purpley pink color, fuchsia maybe, is that the right name, for a mum, and then that golden yellow, and then also that deep rusty orange. I wanted to make a series of them so that I had several of them that I could give away because I just was really happy with the end result. Now I'm also going to add on just some hand cut flowers. I cut out some leaves totally by hand from some older jelly bean soup patterned paper, and I'm just adding those leaves on using my Easy Runner Grand, and then I'm just adding a little sentiment sticker down at the bottom that says God bless you. Exactly the same for all three. The only difference is that I changed the leaf placement. Other than that, they are exactly the same card. And I will have a picture of them for you over on my blog if you want to check that out, close up of all three of them. But that is basically it for today. So what a fun die this is. I am so excited to play with it some more. Be sure to check it out. I'll have a link to it down below, as well as check out the adhesives that made this whole card come together so smoothly. And I will be back again soon with another video. Be sure to keep an eye on Scrapbook Adhesives by 3L's blog this week, because we will be teamed up with Lawn Fawn all week with lots of brilliant stamping and craft die ideas to inspire you with Lawn Fawn and Scrapbook Adhesives products. We'll see you soon.